Welcome back. Now we answer questions we've received from you, our viewers. If you have a question, visit our website, QuranSpeaks.com, and submit your question there. Dr. Shabir, our question is, I don't have a lot of time as I have many family obligations. Can you offer some advice on the best way for me to benefit from the Quran with the limited time I have remaining in the days of Ramadan?
So there's lots that we can do. You know, if we think of a big task and think, oh, when I'm going to do this big task, then it looks like we'll never have the time to do it. But the best way is to break up that task into little portions. If you get a pocket-sized copy of the Quran, one that you are able to read, because you know if it's too small, maybe some people are not able to read that, then you can carry that with you. Of course, nowadays we have the Quran in our phones and so on. What you can do is look at all the downtime during the day. You know, if you have breaks from work, if you even if you were in line shopping and you're waiting like 2 meters away from the other person, then you can open your phone to your Quran page and you can read a few lines then. You can read an English translation of the Quran at that time. You can just browse a few things. You can topically from the Quran. So these are different ways in which you can capitalize on downtime and not leave it for a large chunk of time which you may not actually have. But in addition to all of the downtime, you can set a routine for yourself. You can say, all right, I have to go out to work, assuming that some people are working, especially those who are, you know, doing essential services. And of course, let us not forget the people who are on the front lines facing the risk of the epidemic, the pandemic at every stage. We pray for those persons and we ask God to protect them as they are trying to protect and help other people. But now more to the question, even such persons can have a routine that before I go out to work, I'm going to read a page of the Quran. It's not going to take you that long. It's just a couple of minutes. You read your page, and you do that dutifully every day. So a small task done regularly, according to the Islamic tradition, is more beloved to God than a kind of a jump start and stop. Like you do a lot now, but then it's like you're forgotten, and then you come back. So having a regular relationship with God in doing something tiny but regular, this is more praised in the Islamic tradition. And then you can say, all right, before I go to bed, the last thing I will do, like I want to brush my teeth, but I'm not going to go to sleep until I do this one last thing, which is I'm going to read another page of the Quran. So by setting routines like this, you will accomplish a lot more in the long run, and you will feel that you are making progress.
So this question, of course, is about benefiting from the Quran. So, you know, if somebody, let's say somebody doesn't understand Arabic and they're just reading the Quran, they might not benefit from it entirely, right?
That's right. So it's good to learn to read the English translation, to read a commentary, to try to understand the message of the Quran, not only to recite its words in the original language.
Do people who know the Arabic language also need to read a commentary, do you think?
Yes, because the Quran is not a simple book. The language, the style of the Quran sometimes is very complex, even though it is standard Arabic language. But some of it may be a little bit archaic, and one who is schooled in a modern Arabic may not be so privy to the meanings of all of the words, but one would get the fuller understanding of that through some of the classical commentaries and even some of the modern commentaries on the Quran. So everybody needs to consult the commentaries and to study, to reflect, to think about the Quran.
Thank you for your answer, Dr. Shabir.
You're welcome.